Look, I'm a dad now, okay? A dad of 2. And as a parent, my top priority is always my children's well-being. You want to give them everything they need to grow and thrive, both now and in the future. With term life insurance from Fabric by Gerber Life, you can help protect your family so their future is secure no matter what happens, like my untimely death, knock on wood. Fabric was designed by parents for parents to help you get a high-quality, surprisingly affordable term life insurance policy in less than 10 minutes. You could be offered coverage instantly with no health exam required. Protect your families today with Fabric by Gerber Life. Apply today in just 10 minutes at meetfabric.com/dudes. That's meetfabric.com/dudes, meetfabric.com/dudes. Policies issued by Western Southern Life Insurance Company, not available in certain states. Prices subject to underwriting and health questions. Look, man, you're extremely unlikely to find quality medical advice in your group chat, okay? But you can find it from a doctor on Zocdoc. There are better ways to get the answers you want and the care you deserve from trusted professionals and not random people on the internet, all right? When you find the right doctor, you can feel it. You feel heard and at ease. On Zocdoc, you'll find quality doctors who focus on you, listen to you, and prioritize your care. Zocdoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. Book an appointment with a few taps in their app and start feeling better, faster with Zocdoc. Go to ZocDoc.com/foods and download the Zocdoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/foods. ZocDoc.com/foods.
Dudes behind the foods. Yo, it's the dudes behind the foods. Dudes behind the foods. Yeah, it's the dudes behind the foods. That's actually really fucking good.
David, so? Zip.
Okay, we're not doing this.
Zip.
We're not doing this. Fucking zip, zap, zop.
I'm trying to hone your acting skills, dog. Zip.
Let me tell you something. So years ago during JK, right? Like we were doing JK News for so long. I remember they were trying to do warm-ups for people to kind of get their like, oh, we got to learn how to bounce off each other. I'll be honest with you. I don't need zip, zap, zop.
Okay.
I think you and I are people that don't need zip, zap, zop. We zip, zap, zop in general.
Well, sometimes you might be a little, you're sleepy. You need to wake up.
I hated this shit, all right? The brothers in JK, they decided to take everybody to improv classes.
Really?
They paid for improv classes, acting classes to get everybody comfortable. And they came back with the stupid games that you play in like beginner acting 101. And like, hey, and I remember I stepped into JK News one day and they're like, okay, we're gonna start with zip, zap, zop. I was like, fuck this shit. Roll the fucking cameras, guys. What the fuck?
They had fucking Julia playing Zip Zap Zop.
Yes.
For what?
I don't know. So we would start, and they're like, we're doing zip, zap, zap. I was like, God, I'm feeling like a man that's drowning.
I'll tell you, I love those JK guys. But sometimes, man, sometimes they be doing shit. I'd be like, for what, man?
They are my brothers. Some of the closest people I've ever grown to. But that zip, zap, zop moment in our lives, I hated it so much. I hated it.
Yo, it's so funny because, like, Chia loves talking shit to Gio. Loves it. Like, and one time, Gio had this little just, like, phase where she was being really motivating on IG. And
dude, when she was on her fucking Tony Robbins shit, baby,
yes.
Let's go.
Super like, let's go, guys. Hey, today's a new day. Fucking, and she was always playing some like fucking house music. And then like, she would always be like, what is this shit you're listening to? Like, in the middle of like, Gio's like fucking like super motivating. And like, she'd be like, ew, what is this trash you're listening to?
She is the fucking best. And Gio would message me too. And she's like, dude, Chia be just be fucking roasting me.
She loves it.
Yeah, she goes, I fucking love Chia. She just fucking roasts me all the time. That's hilarious, man.
Oh my God.
Dude, we all have these like weird stages in our lives, man. And I definitely remember like Gio was just on her like motivation tip. And she was like going through this period where she just wanted like people to feel good because she was feeling good.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, but then I'm also just a general asshole. So I was just like, man, shut the fuck up, man.
Well, you want people to feel shitty because you feel shitty.
I want people to feel shitty because I feel great.
Well, I don't feel good because I have a pimple on my forehead, David. So
Can I tell you something, man?
what?
I know this has nothing to do with your pimple,
Yeah.
but I've been taking these supplements to help me sleep, right?
Okay.
It's not weed. It's a mixture of all this other stuff, L-theanine, all this other bullshit.
Okay.
One of the side effects of Apigen, L-theanine, fucking melatonin, and all this other stuff is you get crazy, crazy dreams, right?
Okay, please tell me yes.
So I woke up in the middle of the night, and I don't remember the details, right? But I do know that it was a dream where there was inside of a photo frame in our house, there was a ghost that was living inside it, and it kept like smiling and at me, right?
Terrible.
And then, but nobody else could see that ghost, and they were inside our family picture of my family.
Yeah.
And the ghost is just there smiling at me.
Oh.
And then it's like possessing certain things in the house. So in the dream, I get fed up because I can only see, but nobody else knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this person. I'm like, get the fuck out. I'm screaming, like trying to rip this person out of the photo frame. But I started screaming in real life. And so Mario just heard me wake up in the middle of the night. I woke her up going, ah! And she's like, what's going on? What's going on? I'm like, there's a demon.
Oh,
There's a
God.
demon. Yeah. And then when I snapped out of it, she was like, what's happening? I'm like, oh, it was a nightmare. Don't worry, just go to sleep. But
Yeah.
I started screaming.
Yeah.
So I took it again the other day. And this dream, I woke up from laughing. So I'm in a car or a van with my uncle, right? And there's this dude, an Asian fob guy, older gentleman, glasses, bald, a little chubby and fat. And they start going at it, screaming at each other. So my uncle gets out of the van. I come out and I just see these two old Asian guys just scrapping with each other, just rolling around, trying to sock each other up. I'm looking at them kind of giggling. I'm like, okay, this is enough. So I pull them apart, right?
Yeah.
And so after I pull them apart, we get back into the car, and the Asian guy and my uncle are fucking driving super fast next to each other. I'm in the back. I'm telling my uncle to slow down. They both roll down their windows, and my uncle's cursing this fool out. And the other Asian guy looks at my uncle and he goes, hey man, Jesus Christ love you, right? And I was like, oh, that's very sweet. But then he looks at me, he goes, but not you, fat boy. And
Wow.
I wake up because I bust up laughing.
Yeah.
So this guy roasted me, and I was just in the back. I'm like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ, love everybody, but none of you, fat boy.
Isn't that great where like some shit like that happens and you could put that in a script? You know what I'm saying? Like,
It felt real.
yeah. Like there's been a couple, like I've woken up with like designs for Goodie, like from dreams, or I wake up, I'm like, oh shit, that's tight, write it down. Or like ideas for sketches, actual literal jokes, fucking raps and shit, like super random shit. And like, it sucks because you dream so much sometimes and you only remember like a little just fucking fragment of it. But sometimes, man, your brain is just going, trying to send you subliminal little gems.
You look like you live on a beach right now. And I'll say this, a little special.
I'm trying to cover my pimple.
All right. Now you look like you're fucking going through some emotional shit, dude.
Yeah. I was trying to deny my mom. My mom told me I couldn't make it in this life. So I ran away from home and took a knife to my wrist. Then we kissed under the moonlight.
Wait for the bridge. See the bridge now.
Forever.
Chorus is coming.
Ready? It's coming. Din 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 din. I hate you. I hate you every day that I see your face. I hate you.
Oh yeah.
I wish that I could go into a different place than this one.
This actually sounds like a real song.
I'm taking hints of different Blink-182 songs right now. It was part of I Miss You, I Cannot Sleep, I Cannot Think Tonight, and also some of I don't know. Bunch of shit.
Very, very good, dude. But you look like straight up teenage angst right now.
My heart is a black pit of emotion.
Oh yeah, dude.
The
Spoken word, dude.
motion of the ocean makes waves on my soul. Soul caliber swords in my chest. Twist the wound. See you soon, Mom. You're dead.
I just wanted to have some fun. And my parents don't trust me, but I need their trust funds.
Ooh, wow, dude. Trust funds. How can I have fun?
When I can't see you.
I'm so sad I can't see you. I'm blind.
I got cataracts. It's an actual medical condition.
But I'm okay. Not really.
You know what's fucking weird is when rap, the emo rap was, that peak. It was I wouldn't say completely last year, but a little bit before that. But in pandemic, emo rap was like the shit.
Yeah,
right?
it's still pretty. It's still pretty.
It's still pretty popping, but
like,
the peak has gone now, right? And they were taking elements of this shit,
Yeah.
and putting it into rap, and it was fucking weird.
yeah, but when it's good, it's actually good.
And what I found out is like when people were hating on that shit, I'm like, no. You guys have to understand that was that of our time for their time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just hitting that right pocket when you're a teenager. You don't know what's going on when you're feeling.
Yeah, fucking Lil Uzi Vert, his first big hit was All My Friends Are Dead, Push Me to the Edge, All My Friends Are Dead. It's a banger, dog.
I wonder if like these emo guys are like, how fucking dare you, man?
Yeah, fucking appropriating my culture, dude.
Yeah, dude, like, come on. You won't even let me say the N-word? And then you guys are just gonna take this?
We're like, every white person is just a surfer.
I know.
We just don't know. They're either every white person impression we do, or every young white guy is either a fucking surfer,
Or a hick.
or a hick, or a Chad.
Yeah, Chad,
Yeah,
bro. Or a Cletus. A Chad? A Cletus?
Or what's a surfer name?
Robin.
I always thought Chad was the surfer. Like, Chad.
Yeah, true. Okay, so what's like the bro name?
Chad too.
Chad.
Chad too.
There's also Josh. Never trusted Josh.
Josh.
Brad.
Brad.
There you go.
Yeah.
I miss you. I fucking love that shit, dude. That was a period of time where everybody was listening to that shit and it just hit people's feels in the right place.
I gotta send you. I still have to make my white mix of like fire white rock songs for you.
Yeah, I need to be a little more educated in the other genre of music space, right? So when our buddies have Dormtainment, they do this thing where it's like music roulette stuff. Every time, like I'm like, I actually don't know that much music. I'm very specific about genres. And I already knew that about myself, but when they play that, I'm like, I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know
really?
That. I don't know that. I don't know that. I'm like, damn, I don't know anything.
They invited me to come on. I couldn't make it one day, but I watched an episode and I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I know,
How?
I know
It's
that,
like
I
in
know
the
that,
first
I know
two
that.
notes.
Yeah.
There's like certain ones, right? When they were doing only like 90s, like 80s R&B,
Yeah.
I got like 80% of it.
Right.
But then when it switched to just a little bit, like reggae, even reggae, couldn't get any of it.
I saw their reggae episode. It was some pretty deep reggae cuts.
hard, dog.
No. That was like, you got to be it was like hardcore dance hall reggae fans for some of those shits they were playing, because I didn't know a lot of those too. But yeah, man. I remember one time I reposted a clip of me and Chia singing to some Limp Bizkit song.
Oh, dude.
And you were so thrown off.
I was like, what's wrong with her, dude? Like, why does she know all the lyrics to this shit?
So that's one of the things in terms of like me and Chia initial stages, courtship and shit.
No, you gotta do it with the right voice, man.
Oh, all right. So like when me and Chia first started dating, that's one of the things that like really, or maybe I want to be like sad boy emo kid.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be my own character too. Hold on. You already know what this one's gonna be.
Maybe like fucking Zannied out. All right, so like when me and Chia,
I'm like, what happened, fool?
all right, so like when me and Chia first started dating, right? Like one of the things I really like appreciated about her was that like she really fucked with just like different types of music. You know what I'm saying? Like
This is very good, by the way.
for example, one day I was taking a shower. I'm just mixing up all my white voices.
Hey, so what the fuck did your hyena say about that shit, fool?
Nah, but like
Okay, this is enough.
our initial
I apologize.
stages, I was like first time we kind of spent the night together and I went to go take a shower, I was like, I'm going to fuck with her right now to see how she reacts, right? So I'm in the shower singing as loud as I can NSYNC songs, which are some of my favorite, right? I'm singing fucking Tearing Up My Heart, all that shit, just to see how she would react. Because if I came out of the shower and she's like, ew, that's corny, or like, oh, that's kind of lame, or like, ew, what was that? I would have been like, this chick's kind of lame, you know what I'm saying? But I came out and she was like, good song choice. And she knew exactly what I was singing. She like was also a fan of NSYNC songs, Backstreet Boys songs she loves too. And I was like, all right, this shit's cool.
You know what's so funny about her? There's two moments, right? There was that in the car thing where she's singing.
Yeah.
And the second one that had me fucking dying laughing was, okay, so when you see people do things on social media, right? Sometimes it's very performative. You don't know if it's real or not.
Right.
So this fool goes into the bathroom and she's showering and singing a Little Mermaid song. But the part that had me dying laughing, she actually didn't know that he was in there.
Mm-hmm.
And she sings, that's just how she sings. Under the sea.
Yeah.
At that time, I'm like, dog, this girl sings like a 3-year-old.
Just being goofy.
Just having fun. That shit cracked me up because she's singing as if how other people imitate somebody singing in a shower by themselves. But that's just how she sings.
And the full, like, you know, from goofy Little Mermaid songs to fucking Limp Bizkit, Korn songs to all the rap and R&B in between. And that's why, like, I just appreciated her because I also just, that's me too. You know what I'm saying? Disney songs to hardcore rap songs, like, all of it, you know?
You know, I didn't listen to a lot of fucking Biggie growing up because of that East Coast, West Coast shit. I was like, I can't listen to Biggie. And then guess what? It turns out I fucking love Biggie so much.
Well.
Lyricist to the fucking max. So I started listening to Biggie when I was like, I would say like when I was like 15. Hella late. Hella fucking late, dude. And I'm like, why did people hate him so much? He's so good. Like,
I probably, you know, I wouldn't say I prevented myself from listening to Biggie because of the beef, but I definitely leaned into Pac stuff more because I felt like I'm a West Coast boy.
West Coast beats are different too. The cadence is different.
Vibe is different, but for sure, you know, like Biggie flow, so New York, so smooth, fucking wordplay, so intricate. You know, some will make the argument that Tupac isn't actually a lyricist, but he makes good songs. He's more of a poet, has the messages, right?
I could kind of see that.
But
Yeah.
One could argue that Pac doesn't do a lot of like the double entendre and the wordplay type shit, you know? So people will get into the argument of like, if you're naming your top 5 lyricists, can you count Tupac? But it's all kind of just depending on your definition and like semantics of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I see what you're saying. Because cock. I said cock.
Wow, dude.
I'm so sorry. Too cock. But Pac was very emphatic and emotional.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Like he used to paint a picture, right? You know what I'm saying?
Picture perfect. I paint a perfect picture. My switch screen. You know?
Yeah.
That mic had a lot of spit on it.
I think that's such a great line too. I think there is the difference between someone who's good at putting words together that sound dope, which is also like a part of it, and also like the wordplay aspect of it. And yeah, I don't think Pac was necessarily a like metaphor guy, but still one of my favorites.
Oh, 100%. Dude, when I die, how many brothers fell victim to the streets? Rest in peace, young N-word. There's a heaven for a G. That's playing at my funeral. 100%.
Not if I'm DJing.
Oh, well, guess what? Come on now.
Oppa Gangnam Style.
Listen, I would come back from the dead just to be, I'll be so mad. I would come out, Tim, are you for reals? My favorite song ever, man.
What?
That was that song, Life. Life, just in the back. Life. How many brothers fell victim to the street? Even though it's not from gang violence, most likely I won't die from that. But it makes me just happy.
Let me ask you this, David. So, do you have anything? If I put your music on shuffle, what is something that will come on and people will be like, "Oh, that's weird"?
I don't know. I don't think people really think I listen to like hip hop like that. You know what I mean? So I think people will be more or less surprised at like the Rolodex of how much hip hop I listen to. You know what I'm saying? So that would just probably it. But I don't have a lot of like weird fucking mix. Honestly, it would probably be like the 80s like fucking R&B. Like, that'll probably throw people off a lot.
Okay.
It's like, what the fuck? Oh, you got so much like Luther Vandross and fucking. Honestly, like even people like motherfucking like Patti LaBelle. I got like weird shit.
I don't think that's too weird because you're a singer, you know?
True, but I don't think they expected. Maybe I'm thinking about back in the day. They didn't expect like an Asian kid to be listening to this type of stuff. But,
I
you
guess
know,
so.
But that's just. But that's through osmosis because everybody in the neighborhood listened to that stuff.
Right.
So it's just stuff I got to hear from the outskirts.
Yeah, I mean, people are always kind of surprised to find out because, you know, I'm a big oldies, like, Motown dude. And when people ask how, and I say, oh, literally my mom, that's all she used to play. You know what I'm saying? My mom who, like, English isn't great, but would just bump Motown and fucking Sam Cooke for me all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where my love for it comes from. So people are definitely surprised by that.
Like I had a fucking huge like Luther Vandross phase, and then from Luther Vandross that evolved into like Brian McKnight, which is a little more modern for me at the time. But he was like my gateway drug into like Brian McKnight, and then Brian McKnight became my favorite vocalist. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Music just does things to you, dude.
I'm actually going on Red Bull. I don't know if it's a new show, but they're doing a thing called like Rap IQ, where like it's like a trivia game about like just rap, hip hop, and stuff. And I think I'm pretty confident in my knowledge.
It would suck if they're like, okay, they're like, recite these lyrics and the fucking Bone Thugs song comes on.
Oh man,
I'm gonna miss everybody.
well, yeah, I mean, everyone knows the words to that one.
Okay, I only know sporadic words in it.
Hey, sale, tenete un pale, who's so body, and I'm gonna miss everybody. I'll be playing a song I think happen about today. I'm with some again, coming about today.
Sounds like we're doing this on the radio. Go ahead.
Well, we're gonna Google the lyrics and we'll be right back.
This podcast is brought to you by Zocdoc. You've been stewing about a health problem you have. You almost resort to texting your group chat to get your friends' opinions, but they don't know anything. You're extremely unlikely to find quality medical advice in your group chat, but you can find it from a doctor on Zocdoc, my friends. And by the way, friends, look, online is a pretty crazy place, so you need to go ahead and talk to doctor about your stupid things, because guess what? If you're a hypochondriac like me, you start going into the stupid rabbit hole, you feel like you have everything, when really you just need to talk to a professional that knows what they are talking about. There's nothing worse than going to a doctor's appointment expecting to be the center of attention, and then your doctor seems like they have better things to do and better places to be. Well, not with Zocdoc, my friends. On Zocdoc, you'll find quality doctors who focus on you, listen to you, and prioritize your care, my friends. I love it so much. Zocdoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. When you're not feeling your best and just trying to hold it together, finding great care shouldn't take up all your energy. That's where Zocdoc comes in, and using the free app that millions of users rely on, you can find the right doctor that meets your needs and fits your schedule. Go to Zocdoc.com/foods and download the Zocdoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's Zocdoc.com. Yes, I'm sorry, not yes. That's Zocdoc.com/foods, Zocdoc.com/
Hey y'all, this episode of the podcast is also brought to you by GoodieBrand.com. This shirt right here is only available for the rest of the month of April. It's part of the Tim Shirt of the Month series that we're doing, where I just design whatever the fuck I want. And I did like a yin yang symbol, and I thought, yo, what is on my mind constantly? Food, pizza, and ass and titties. So we got the sexual part and the food part, and it says balance at the bottom because it's a yin yang situation. If you get the Tim Shirt of the Month, GoodieBrand.com.
Bum, 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 bum. Tell me what you gonna do for you. And
I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
That's the only word I fucking know. And I miss my Uncle Charles was the only thing they said that was clear.
Ah, man, the classics.
Twista.
You know, I always warn people if my shit is on shuffle, I'm like, I'm warning y'all right now, some weird shit's gonna pop up.
Like what?
Let's see. Let's do this. Hey Siri, play my music on shuffle. Now let's see what happens. Oh, this is a random beat
Okay.
for freestyling. Let's see what's next. Michael Jackson. A kind of a B-side Michael Jackson. This one's called Leave Me Alone. Remember this song? Do you know this song? Leave me alone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next. Oh, another. Oh, random ass Nujabes
Oh,
instrumental.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Not too weird yet so far. We'll go to like 6. Oh, Bubba Sparks.
Bubba Sparks, bro. Is Bubba Sparks still rapping?
I don't know what he's doing, but let me tell you this, dog. That album, do you remember the song, I've been traveling for some time? That album called the Deliverance album, hard, fucking tight.
Calipart.
Timbaland did this whole thing where he mixed a whole, like, that album was the first time Bubba Sparks really was like, I'm gonna embrace this hick shit I do. He started calling it hip hop. And Timbaland took all these like really abstract bluegrass country music songs and sampled them to make all these Bubba Sparks beats. Fucking hard. Okay, let's do a couple more. What's on my shuffle? Hamilton, but it's the Hamilton mixtape.
Oh, I never heard the mixtape.
So,
Oh, is this the one with Usher and stuff?
yeah.
Oh, I did hear this.
But this is a cover of Burn by Andra Day. And, I gotta play this for you later.
I saved every letter you wrote me.
you know,
Fucking tight.
it's great. That type of vocal styling, I actually fucking hate.
You gotta hear the whole thing.
Like, I hate that vocal styling because there's only a few people whose actual voices are naturally like that. And then it became popular. Then every fucking white girl started
Oh,
doing
you mean the
that.
very wispy, like...
I was home
Yeah.
in the halls of ice.
Yeah.
Like, every fucking white girl started singing like that. It's like, dog, what is this?
Everybody would do acoustic covers of Drake songs with a very wispy
Yes.
voice. This is not that. She's black.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hated it because there's people whose just voices are like that.
Yeah, yeah,
and it's,
yeah.
I mean, you can tell which ones it's like, you don't sing like that.
I know what you're saying. Okay, we're gonna do one more.
Yes.
We'll see how weird it gets. And I don't even know what is this?
In this song,
Kids
I'm
song,
going to
bro.
teach you the 12 months of the year. Are you ready? Here we go. January,
February.
Oh, you know this one.
March. They did it on Instagram Reels. People were using it
Yeah, that's
a
why I
lot.
had it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we didn't get too weird with this one, but it's a lot of random shit. It's a lot of musicals.
R&B music was my shit though, man. It just made me feel certain things. And then you're the one who got me into fucking musicals and shit. And then I realized I can't sing a fucking musical song all the way through to save my life because they're so fucking hard.
What do you mean?
Like, just vocally, they're very hard.
Oh.
Like, you can do it for fun, but if I'm trying to sing like a song, like, I'm like, oh, I don't think I could do theater because I would need vocal lessons for this shit because they're literally singing for fucking like 7-8 minutes straight.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. They say
Oh, that was a tough one, though.
that one made me die laughing, dude.
I'm glad I was able to introduce you to the musical theater life, man.
You know, I realized I did see a musical, but it was like Lion King and stuff. So these are things that have already been introduced to me,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
But to see like something like Hamilton, an original idea that wasn't already adapted on screen first, was very fascinating. And it was to see it with fresh eyes and fresh ears.
I'm glad I was able to hit you with Hamilton and that combo of fucking Book of Mormon afterwards.
Oh, some of the best money I've ever spent in my life. Literally the best. It changed my life.
I wrote a musical called High School Sucks the Musical.
And it's never going to be re-released ever
It
again.
won't probably ever come out, yeah. But I wrote some bangers on there.
I don't understand why, the stupid legalities behind it, but I just want it released.
I know. I can actually... Oh, if you ever want to just watch it.
Yeah, I just want to watch it.
Oh, you can watch it.
Oh, you have it.
PD Flow has the finished fucking movie on his computer. We've done screenings of it.
Well, time for me to fucking see it. I've never seen it.
I think you should. Just don't watch my other shitty movies that are streamable.
Let me tell you, you sent me the links to them. And even if you didn't tell me to, it was hard to get through.
Yeah, look, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've been in some pretty shitty movies. There's like a good 3 or 4 movies, like 3 movies that are out, and not my favorite.
Hey, man, sometimes we got to go through things just to make it happen. Listen, I'm just waiting for you to write that movie.
The shitty movie for us.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Just get it done, man.
I am. I actually did a podcast with Bart and Joe the other day. We were on Jumpers Jump podcast. These 2 young Asian dudes from Toronto that are doing their thing. And they were asking us for advice on just creating and doing different things. And Bart,
So what did they do?
their shit popped off just doing the podcast.
What did they want to create, though, if they're doing podcasting?
I mean, well, one of the guys, he also he does clothes and he wants to
Just like anything creative.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And he was saying that a lot of people are telling him you shouldn't stretch yourself too thin and you should focus on one thing, and instead of trying to do all this shit, But of course you have dudes like me and you, ADHD.
We have ADHD.
Yeah, so it's we want to do all this different shit, and so we do, you know. And I was kind of honestly, man, at this day and age, just fucking do it. Just do it all, whatever you want. Just do it,
Yeah, I mean, for them, I don't know who they are, but the hard part about that is there's a general rule, right? But this is what I always say, because I always get that same question, right? Yeah. They go, well, you do so many things. I'm like, yeah, but I don't think that's the best path. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think it's the best path.
Right.
Unless you have the capacity to do so, right? Most people become very successful. I'll use Jamie Foxx as the greatest example, right? When he stuck to acting, he killed it in acting. When he did music, he killed it in music.
Yeah.
He rarely did it. He never tackled it simultaneously hard at the same time. He had his steps and he did what he had to do.
Yeah.
And I think generally that's what people do really well. But analysis equals also to paralysis, right? So if you're sitting there wondering, what should I do this? Should I do that? That's also another problem. Sometimes just fucking do it, bro.
Yeah, man, I was trying to tell him, because that's the thing too. I definitely underlined it with the fact that, I've been trying to write this movie and work on this album for years, and I'm just lagging on both. So I told him yeah, do it, because especially so early in their careers, TikTok is such a random it's like a random app where anything can pop off. So I was like, man, if you want to fucking do something, just fucking do it, right? Because you never know. For me, and this is where I was going, is Bart and Joe were really kind of saying, they wasted so much time trying to get this perfect movie script, and then their door kind of closed as far as getting funding for whatever they're trying to do. They're like, man, just write it, man, even if it's not perfect the way you want it. I'm like, oh, fine.
Well, I wouldn't know. I went to Sundance, so
Let's go. I love that.
on my first try.
I love that for you, because you rarely talk your shit like that. I love it.
It's the only thing I could really say. It's I did really fucking well. I wouldn't know what that feels like, because I went to Sundance. It was a black and white film, noir film, and I look at us say. I also won an award there.
Oh, talk your shit. What award did you win?
So in the category that we were in, we won for a Best Audience Award.
Nice.
Which is very fucking hard to get. And we also beat films who had a budget that was 40 times our amount. Because we did that shit on absolutely nothing and just the grace of friends helping out.
Did y'all have trailers and shit?
We did. It was crazy. It was my first time getting to act in a full feature, and I got to write a part of my whole life story in it. It was great.
Because whenever I'm ideally, of course, when I write this script, of course, best case scenario, get some nice funding for it, right? Worst case scenario, I say fuck it and just fund it myself and do it. And I'm always how shoestring do I want to do this shit? You know what I'm saying? Do I want to straight guerrilla this shit and be like, all right, y'all, show up, fucking, because I have been on movie sets where we're literally, no one has a trailer. You're just there all day waiting for your scene, you know what I'm saying? And people are fucking tired.
That was our film.
Huh?
That was our film.
Yeah. So it's people are tired, and it's yeah, of course. And then we go on real sets, you have a trailer, you got your fucking, it's 1 p.m. Everybody has to break, go to lunch. There's amazing catering.
Can I just say this too? And this is what I mean by sometimes with actors where I feel like they get so used to talking about the craft, that they want the general public to truly believe that their life is really hard. And I've been on set. I've been on shitty like independent film shit, right? Which is fine. I actually love it a lot. Those ones are really hard because literally zero budget, trying to get every shot possible, no sleep, and it's technically kind of illegal, right? But we don't give a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. We just want to shoot this and get it done.
Yes.
And then these actors who are on TV shows, like, listen, you're sitting around on your ass most of the time, waiting for something to happen, the best food, best catered, and you have a fucking assistant next to you the whole time. I don't want to hear it. Unless you're talking about Leonardo DiCaprio where he's out in the fucking forest somewhere.
Right.
I don't want to hear this.
I mean, look, I've been on one of my shitty movies that I did, very low budget, but one of the guys that was on it, who had a smaller part, he had been on some bigger movies, and he was complaining so much, complaining about the hotel, complaining like, this is not how you run things, but like, we were all just trying to fucking make this movie. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, he damn near walked off, and we're like, someone had to talk him down, you know what I'm saying? Because he was just so used to some other shit. It's like, come on, bro, you know what you signed up for. No money in this shit.
I'll say this, right? And this is, I'm not trying to prove a point or anything else like that, but like literally, I grew up poor as shit. Everything's a bonus. You know what I mean? So when I got that Netflix show, I was sitting down at they're like, we're so sorry, like we couldn't get you like a better green room. And this green room was nice. I was like sitting there. There was a couch, I had a fridge, I had everything. There was like platters of food everywhere, not including the already catered food. And I was like, wait, what's the nice trailer look like? You know what I mean? They're like, oh, this is not good. We just kind of stitched this together. I'm like, I don't think you understand who I am. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is fantastic, you know? And they're like, oh, what do you want on your rider? I'm like, what's a rider? They're like, well, it's like, you know, snacks or stuff. I was like, just give me some beef jerky and water. Yeah. And they laughed at me. And I was like, I'm not joking. Like, I just need, you guys gonna give me lunch, right? So just give me like water and beef jerky. Yeah. They're like, no.
I never ask for shit either.
Oh, what's the point?
I mean, nowadays I might ask for a little more because I feel like they're always like, yeah, come on now, you should ask for something. I'm like, all right, fine. Let me get, Trader Joe's has these really good peanut butter and jelly sticks. I'm like, let me get some of those. And
I asked for fucking sparkling water. Bro, they got me like 3 stacks of Perrier, every flavor. I'm like, I just needed one.
I think they have a certain amount of money that they need to use.
And so I was like, well, who's going to take this? He's like, you could take it home. I'm like, okay. So I just took it home.
Have I ever told you about the green room Fiji water Andrew Garcia story?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, then fuck it, skip it. I remember, bro.
Just fucking move on.
MTV2, when Wild 'N Out first came back, right? My first season, the reboot season. It was on MTV2. Not really any money over there. Pay was shitty. And our green room was all the fucking, literally everybody in the cast in one like room, maybe a little bit bigger than this, chilling at a table, some bottles of water, some chips, right? As the shit progressed and it went to real MTV and it was one of the highest rated shows on MTV, the green rooms were insane. Fucking like a whole like bottom floor of a building, basketball court, pool tables, a bar, DJ, you know what I'm saying? Like,
damn.
Yeah, bro. It was a party after every episode.
That's fucking nuts.
Going from my first season where it was like literally just us just like,
what y'all about to get into?
Eating chips, yeah. All right, well, what now? You know?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you start going on like bigger television show stuff and you start doing these things, like you start to realize, oh, all this stuff that these actors were talking about, it's like, dude, I just had a long day at work. I'm like, I was in my trailer most of the time, just waiting to have these shots, and I would go back. Mm-hmm. But I think what happens is like they kind of forget where they came from.
They forget what real work is.
Yeah, and there's like, you don't remember working a real job? Like, and I say this, I'm not knocking on the craft. I fucking love acting, right? Here's the thing though. You're getting paid to play pretend. That's really what if you boil it down to that, right?
It's fun.
And it's fun. So every time some actor comes up and they're just like, dude, I fucking had a long day shooting. I was like, okay, how long were you in that trailer though? You were in that trailer with your TV, with the snacks and everything else
the
like that.
The TVs don't always work, David.
Okay, the Netflix password, I had to fucking put it in 3 times, and they're like, wrong password. Fucking stressed me out.
I'm always prepared for that shit now. Now when I know I'm going to be like, you know, in the trailer, I bring my laptop because I know I'm going to be waiting there most of the time, you know? But isn't it beautiful that we have trailers now?
I know.
I think like when I first, you know, had like a small part in something and I was like, I wasn't in the cattle with all the extras and I actually had a trailer. I was like, oh my God, what a blessing. Because let me tell you something, Extra Life sucks.
Yes.
You ever did that shit before?
I never have, but I've walked by them. And it's just like, sometimes I'm like, you guys aren't getting treated very well.
It's terrible, man.
Yeah.
No one fucking looks at you. No one.
I've done extra work.
Oh, Robin Couch.
Jesus Christ, man.
Isn't it terrible?
It also, it's where the mentally questionable people tend to gravitate.
Yes.
Because I feel like a lot of odd people end up trying to be extras or are extras. So you're also trying to figure out who's like safe for me to talk to as you're sweating under this easy up for 6 hours.
Yes. You're all in this giant tent at these fucking wooden tables chilling. There's nowhere to go. You're there with a whole bunch of people you don't know. Some of them are fucking weird. And then the rest of them are trying to fucking... Oh, this is what I hate most about the extras in the extra tent. And mind you, I've been there. I've done this, okay? I would never do it again because that shit sucks. It's not worth the money, personally. I don't think it's a good way to get your foot in the door.
It's not.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't do anything
It
for
doesn't
you.
help shit, right? But you have all these dudes... So, how long you been in business for? Oh yeah, no, I was just here. I was just doing this last week, and then oh yeah, no, oh yeah, no, for real. Oh, let me show you my reel. It's like, guy, I don't care.
It's 100 degrees and we're under a tent. Please stop talking.
Everybody wants to be the most extra, dog, and it's so fucking annoying. I hate it.
It's like, dog, it's such PTSD listening to this shit. Because that's how it always is, though. Like, you know, let me tell you what annoying thing is, for example, that you guys should not do, right? Just for people. I know a lot of the times you get advice like, you know, fake it till you make it, closed mouths don't get fed. But all these things do come within like a certain amount of like social rules, right? So a buddy of mine was telling me like, there's this guy who met me years ago at a JK shoot. And he was like a PA. I just moved to LA, right? I don't know fucking anybody. The only people I know are Bart and Joe. That's it. And then we slowly started to become friends. At the time, I was just a stand-up comic, and I had a manager. I didn't know what a manager was. I didn't know anything. And so I'm sitting there, and the guy comes up to me, and he tells our mutual friend that I was an asshole to him when I first met him. And I'm like, I was an asshole? How was I an asshole? They're like, well, I came up to you, and I was like, hey, I'm a video shooter. I want to shoot for you. And then you kind of just said, oh, you could just talk to my manager, and you kind of brushed me off. I'm like, hold on a second. You're fucking weird. I was like... I'm on set doing something, right? And then you're trying to strike this little business conversation. I don't even fucking know you. You know what I mean? You're the fucking weirdo, and you've been holding that this whole time, 10 years ago? You're a fucking asshole. I'm like, I was like, I just came to do my shit, and then you're trying to say you don't want to. I was like, shoot what for me? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, you could talk to my manager. And I think he took it as like, oh, talk to my manager.
Yeah, have your people call my people.
No, I'm just like, I don't know. How do I hire people? Like, do I give you money? What is this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It was just like a weird thing. And I just moved to LA. It's like,
And this guy was like, Davidson was so Hollywood.
exactly.
Wow.
I'm just like, did you work for me? Work for me for what? I shoot things out of my room.
Yeah, you're just confused.
Yeah, I'm so confused. I'm like, I sit in my room in my boxers and I scream at a camera.
Right.
What do you want to shoot for me for?
Maybe that's what he wanted to shoot, dog.
I guess I want to see you fucking naked.
Like, I want to
guy.
see that dick print, dude.
Yeah, and I was like, tell him, I was like, that's not me being an asshole. Like, you don't understand social cues. Like, that's weird.
My son's name is Q, and we'll be right back.
Dudes Behind the Foods listeners, if you're looking to organize your financial future, make sure to start with life insurance. Fabric by Gerber Life provides an easy one-stop shop for all your family's financial needs, offering high-quality term life insurance policies plus other financial solutions in one easy online hub. Fabric was designed by parents for parents to help you get high-quality, surprisingly affordable term life insurance policies in less than 10 minutes. You could be covered or offered coverage instantly with no health exam required. The everyday life stuff is pretty dangerous out there. You don't know what could happen. You could hold in a fart for too long and explode your guts on the inside. And guess what? Your loved ones are left with nothing but a stinky room and soiled underwear. What kind of person are you? Not a Davis or a Tim Chantarangsu, I'll tell you that, because we love our Fabric Life Insurance by Gerber. Listen, protect your family today with Fabric by Gerber Life. Apply today in just 10 minutes at meetfabric.com/dudes. That's meetfabric.com/dudes, meetfabric.com/dudes. Policies issued by Western Southern Life Assurance Company. Not available in certain states. Prices subject to underwriting and health questions.
Well, today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp, it's all about that mental help. You know, therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding. And sometimes all you need to do is really talk to somebody and find out a little bit, and it can make things so much easier. For example, when Chia was pregnant, I really thought I had to just squish all my emotions, all my negative feelings down, and just, completely take care of her. And just a short conversation with a couples therapist made me realize that, okay, my feelings are still valid and I should still be seen through this experience. And it really kind of helped us deal with our different emotions while going through a difficult time, okay? And that's why I think it's important that we all get a little bit of therapy. Sometimes you just gotta talk to somebody, okay? If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge, all right? So I got you. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/foods today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/foods. I remember when I was an extra on the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. The main girl, she was so hot, right? And I didn't realize my place as an extra yet. I was like, she's walking by, and of course, not making eye contact with any of us, because it's awkward. You're walking through a crowd of people, they're all staring at you, right? So she's looking down, and I was like, I love you. And she didn't say anything.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. There's this video of this guy who's like a film director, and he's like giving people advice. And he one of the videos that he puts out is like how not to be an extra on a film set.
Mm-hmm.
This dude is in a pink polo shirt, and they're cheering, and he just goes like this. Dog.
Well, I'll tell you what, bro. This movie I'm writing for us, I've been feeding the baby late at night a lot now, so I'm just laying in bed wide awake, and I've been writing more of it in my brain.
I hate this conversation so much. I'm so fucking sick of it. I understand Chia more and more every day. I really do.
Look.
Hey, babe, I got this fucking rap. All right, man.
Yo, Chia's so fed up with my empty promises. Everything from like, I'm gonna get a 6-pack to I'm gonna write an album. She's like, and now I tell her anything and she's like, whatever it is. She just doesn't have no faith at all.
I've had the 6-pack conversation with my lady for 8 years, and she is so sick of that shit. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you this is the first time really in my life where I've been kind of like weight training a lot consistently. And that shit is not easy, bro. It's taking a very long time.
Not only is it not easy, I think I might be allergic to working out.
Oh, let me tell you something.
Please.
100%. Me too.
Yeah.
Every time I try to better myself, I get a fever.
Yes.
My knees blow out.
Dude.
I get it, God. You're giving me signs. I can't have everything.
We can't be hilarious, attractive, and have 6-packs. It's too much.
I just hate being sore. I hate it so much. I fucking hate being sore. Have you ever done a fucking ab wheel?
Yeah.
Bro. What the fuck is that? It is the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life.
If you keep consistent with that, it'll really do stuff though.
Bro, it is terrible.
It's hard.
And I do it 2 times a week with my trainer. And let me tell you something. It hasn't gotten easier. Why is it still sore?
Because you got a lot of tummy.
All right.
You got a lot to work through down there.
All right. Okay.
So just a lot needs to be done.
All right. Okay.
Your big belly.
All right.
No, but
It's gigantic.
you get squishy belly.
It looks like fresh cut bacon.
You fat.
Disgusting.
No, but But no, I hired a trainer, and he's kind of just been coming once a week because that's really like all I've had time for lately.
You got 2 ass babies.
But this time, I was like, hey man, let's kick it up twice a week at least. Let's try and get some consistency so I can maybe start to see something, right? This is the first week. We did twice a week. And first time, I don't know if I have new allergies or I just fucking, my body wasn't ready for this shit or I'm just tired, but immediately after the workout, blowing my nose, sneezing, feeling sick, right? Next day, I was fine. We worked out again. And maybe my turf in the back is dirty or some shit, but same shit, sneezing, runny nose.
I mean, fucking flowers are everywhere right now, dog.
Yeah, I know. And I've never experienced outdoor allergies before.
Oh!
Yeah, ever.
Hey, terrible, huh?
It sucks.
It's terrible.
I can't believe, like, you've had it your whole life?
My whole life.
How?
So
do you
only until
live?
recently, okay. Only, how have you made it this far? Only until recently, it's been not bad. Like, I haven't had like crazy allergic symptoms, but dog, 2 years ago at the place that I was living, there was this gigantic tree that if you just touched it, like pollen would fall off. So for 3 weeks straight, I could barely open my eyes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and so Mariel has like a photo of me where my whole face looked like it had a rash all over it.
Oh.
And my eyes were like, it looked like 2 pussies on my eyes like this.
Oh,
and I
yum.
just couldn't. And so I would take like 7 showers, 7 showers a day, cold showers, because that's the only time my eyes and my face felt okay. But then it dried my face out so much, a whole rash broke out on my face.
So, like, let me ask you this. Even when you're in the house away from that shit, you still feel the after effects?
Because the tree covered the whole house. So it was just everywhere.
Because I was trying to figure out, I'm like, if this is actually what's happening, why do I still feel like shit? I've been in the house, you know? Like,
You should get filters, air filters. They
I
help a
do.
lot.
I use the one that gives you like the super cute cheekbones. It kind of washes out your pimples and.
No. You need real filters, like the fucking expensive ones.
Oh.
Chia bought a hella good one.
Yeah, I think it's because I went outside and I just wasn't used to being back there.
You gotta take allergy medicine, baby.
I think I've reached that level in my life. I can't believe it.
Hey,
It's
once you pop those in, like 5 minutes later, you fucking feel great.
ugh.
You're gonna love it, dude.
But say all that to say, he had me going hard on the ab shit. And I'm like in bed coughing because I'm feeling sick, but my abs hurt so much.
Dog, I would just be in the living room, working on my shit, and then I'll watch something and it makes me laugh, and it just goes, ah! What's wrong? My abs. I hate it. I could deal with chest soreness, but for something about leg soreness and ab soreness, it's just different.
And then she was all like trying to get freaky, and I'm like, babe, not tonight. I'm sore.
Hey, I said this openly on my podcast, right? I have no sex drive. I am so fucking sore and tired. Don't touch me. Don't even fucking look at me.
I definitely have had a couple moments recently where, I'm like, I should probably beat my meat tonight. But then I'm like, I'm so tired. I'm sore.
I'm sore, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, to those people out there who are buff, that are in their 30s, hey, man, shout outs to you, dude. I don't know, how the fuck are you doing this?
Yeah, like how are you okay with just being sore all the time?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I was telling Robin this time where I was doing kickboxing and shit. I got kicked in the leg, and I was like, dude, I don't get how you guys, how are you guys not sore? And they're like, oh, we're sore. We just don't complain like you. I was like, oh, okay. Well, you don't have to talk to me like that. I get it. Whatever. Fine. I'm not a fucking professional fighter, asshole.
I mean, I know, like, I'm not gonna lie. There is a part of me, like, when I've worked out, when I'm sore, I'm more inclined to eat a little healthier because I feel like, I just worked out. I shouldn't flush it all down the toilet, and I'm like,
Everybody get a look at this body while it lasts. All
Yeah,
right?
show us,
Slowly.
dude.
This is the last time you'll see this trashy fucking fat body. You understand me?
Whoa.
It's going to transform. See this. Look at this reflector. All right? You guys got fucking one fucking last time. And by the end of the year of the podcast, it's going to be crazy.
You trying to slim down for your wedding day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just so I could tell my kids I got fat because of them.
I'm excited to, are we telling people that I'm officiating?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So David texted me randomly the other night. It was 2 a.m. I had gone to sleep mad early, like 9 p.m. because I was feeling like shit. And then I woke up to a text about something, and you're like, oh, also, hey, you want to officiate? And I was like, did Mariel approve this?
Yeah, she did.
Because in my head, I think, Mariel hasn't had to she hasn't been able to communicate with me like you have.
Yeah.
I think she just thinks I'm just dick jokes 24/7. So I'm like, how is she okay with me officiating the wedding, especially with the family members there?
Hey. You're smart.
I am.
Yeah, you're smart. You're not a dum-dum.
Oh, let me tell you something. It's gonna be great. I immediately, like you told me, I read that text, and I had little Q in my arms with a little bottle of like breast milk. I leaned back on the pillow and immediately started like writing it in my head. I put our movie to the side, left side of my brain, and started writing with the other side of my brain. And I was like, oh, this is good.
It's not in the left side of your brain, Phil. You moved that shit all the way to the back, locked the key on it. And you
It's
forgot
down in my fucking pituitary gland.
locked it up. You forgot the code.
But I'm like, oh yeah, this shit's gonna be great.
I was like, wow, you finished 70% of the speech, but you haven't even got the movie done yet.
hey, relax. I got some good shit for the movie too. It's all up here. It's all up here. Here's what I'm gonna start doing, dog. Here's what I'm gonna start doing, okay?
Okay.
Before we record the podcast from now on, I'm gonna show up here an hour early and I'm gonna sit downstairs on my laptop and I'm just gonna write.
Wow.
That's a lie.
That's not going to happen.
No,
at
no,
all.
never.
You still GPSed yourself to the studio, and you've been going here for years.
I GPS everywhere. And last time we recorded, my GPS stopped working and I got lost.
Yeah, I was like, GPS? Like, we've been doing this for like 2 years.
I always turn the GPS on. I use it for everything. And also, well, here's why I like to use it too, because, you know, it'll take you around the traffic. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you go your regular way, but there's mad traffic there, so it'll take you on the street.
I only hit the GPS if there's fucking traffic, just so I could tell you guys when I'm going to come. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Really?
Yeah, because I need to see the ETA.
I immediately, when I get into my car, plug in GPS, even if it's somewhere I've been a million times.
You are an idiot.
No, because I know the ETA, I know upcoming traffic, I know
Estimated time of arrival for those of you who don't know. Also, I just found out that PAWG is for fat ass white girl and not pale ass white girl. I thought it was pale ass white girl.
You didn't see a weird coincidence where every time you clicked on a POG, it was like a giant butt?
Yeah, because that's the pale ass white girl's butt.
I mean, pale white girls do be having big old butts, but they be having nice little skinny booties too.
Yeah, but I don't know why I never put, because I'm not thinking fat is supposed to be PHAT though.
Yeah. POG, if you don't know, is a porn category and also just a slang term. PAWG, fat ass white girl.
I thought it was pale ass white girl this whole time. And my mind was blown.
I hit the little POG tab sometimes.
Hey, and they were always pale. They're always pale.
I think that's true because if you're specifically searching for white girls in your search engine, you're looking for a white ass white girl.
Oh, like the purest ones.
Yeah, not a fucking super tan white girl. You know what I'm saying?
Not the California white girl.
Nah, you're looking for a Oklahoma bred, cornbread, booty fed white girl.
With her husband named Cletus walks around hearing a pitchfork up her vagina.
She got a scene she got to do with her cousin in the back of the trailer, and she gonna serve up some fucking raccoon casserole for dinner.
Hey, if it got 2 legs and a ding-a-ling, I'm hopping on it.
Even so, this is a stereotype?
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Even though earlier you were doing the, I miss you.
I cannot sleep, I cannot eat tonight, gonna fuck me a white girl. Well, you know, some people were saying they're sick, they're getting sick of the spoken word. So I'm glad we're doing something a little different. Rent I can't pay because I'm broke.
Whoa.
As a joke,
Whoa.
that's not funny.
Or nor is it woke.
Whoa.
I've been dreaming this whole time up in the clouds. Why is it so loud when there's silence of the lamb murder me in my sleep? That was my past, my history.
His story, her story, our story. 3 stories. Complex. It's complex. Complex magazine.
We're talking about urban culture.
Ooh.
Culture. I'm a vulture. I steal things because I can't create my own things myself. Jason Chen. I love him. Just kidding.
Well, guys.
We'll miss you.
We'll miss you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You want to see how mom Tim Bye.
Yo, it's the dudes behind the food. Dudes behind the foods. Yeah, it's the dudes behind the foods. That's actually really fucking good.
Yo, today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp, okay? Look, therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding because sometimes we don't know what we want or why we react the way we do until we talk through things. And sometimes it's just finding out something like that can bring so much clarity in your life and make it so much easier, okay? If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule, okay? Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/foods today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/foods.